Tukiendelea mbele, rais ni kuhakikishia nikiwa hapa Kirinyaga, sisi watu ya Mount Kenya, hii ni serikali yetu. Sisi tuliamuka mapema tukainvest kwa serikali ya President William Ruto. Nimesikia viongozi wengine wamepotea wakisema ate sisi hatuwezi toka kwa serikali. Sisi tutoke kwa serikali tuende wapi? Hii ni serikali yetu. Neitoka ati hito. I want to ask leaders not to make statements that confuse wananchi. That kind of nonsense should be contained within WhatsApp groups. Muongee huko. Mukifika hapa kwa mashinani, muongee lugha ambaye inaelekeza wananchi vizuri. Huyu ni rais wetu, ni sisi tulimchagua, tukumchagua. Tunaweza wacha yule tulichagua? Si ni sisi tulimchagua? Sisi tuko kwa hii serikali 100%, tuko ndani na hii ni serikali yetu. Negwado ito.
Yes, that was the man of God, the truthful man as he claims he is. I mean, a true Christian. And today I'm going to talk about 6 things that he has to stop if at all the United Opposition is going to take up the government come 2027. But number 1, stop reminding Kenyans of 2007.
Nimesimama hapo Karatina. Mama moja ameniita. Mama mzee kama 70 years wa CWA. Akaniambia nimesikia William Ruto anajenga kanisa pale. Sasa kama anapenda kujenga kanisa sana, si ile kanisa ilichomwa pale Kiambaa pamoja na watoto wajenge hiyo kwanza kabla kujenga hii State House? We don't have a problem if you like building churches. But since 2007, why don't you get a part of that 1.2 billion and go and rebuild the Kiambaa church that was torched with our children inside?
A lot of Kenyans died over there, but when we keep on talking about Kiambaa, it was a horrible thing. We all know it was a horrible thing, and people died, yeah? And people did not only die in Kiambaa. There were atrocities in Naivasha, there were atrocities in Nakuru, where people who supported the opposition were being butchered with mungikis, yeah? And these people are not talking, they're just quiet. Even Kenya is a Christian nation, as you claim, Mr. Gachagua, and Christianity means you have to forgive. You can keep on, yeah? Not forgetting that that's another issue, but you should not remind us about all these things. We know what happened. Every Kenyan knows what happened. What happened? I thought we were all Christian and we forgave each other because it was Ruto who made Uhuru president. The same Ruto made Uhuru president who was a Kikuyu then, who by that time was fighting Ruto. Ruto was by that time in ODM. Yeah? And it is you, the same Mr. Gachagua, who made Ruto president. So when we are doing all these things, you knew what happened in Kiambaa. And everybody knew about it. And you convinced the Kikuyus to vote for Ruto. Now, why remind us of all these things? Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. If everybody starts to talk of what happened in 2007, a lot of people suffered. Not only in Kiambaa, opposition supporters who are being butchered in Naivasha, opposition supporters who are being butchered in Nakuru, buses traveling to western part of Kenya were being stopped. People dragged out and they were being slashed with pangas, you know. But these are things we don't want to talk about. Just stop reminding Kenyans of 2007. It was a horrible thing. And we also, 2 people went to Hague, to the ICC. It was not Ruto alone. Even Uhuru was there. Let's move on. Let's talk about how we can build on Kenya. Let's forget about history. It happened. It happened. And nobody should be reminded about it. There are people who are still traumatized about it up to today. Number 2. Stop this politics of zoning, yeah? That when the way you said last time here, what you said.
Mimi niseme watu ya Kariobangi, asanteni sana. DCP is a party for Nairobi. Na hii ndio chanzo ya siasa yetu hapa Nairobi. Na sisi tumepangana vizuri.
na kiongozi wa Wiper ambaye ndiye amekuwa akisaidia ODM hapa Nairobi. Tumekubaliana kiti cha gavana kitachukuliwa na DCP. Kiti cha seneta kitachukuliwa na DCP. Kiti cha women rep kitachukuliwa na DCP. Tumekubaliana na Wiper kati ya viti 17 kati ya DCP na Wiper tutachukua viti 16, na kati ya viti 85 ya ward between DCP and Wiper tutachukua 75. Kwa hivyo usitishwe, musiangaishwe, muvumilie. Utiribulete kagate.
So this politics of zoning, let's Mr. Gachagua, do you want to bring us back into one party politics? Because right now you are in the opposition, you are talking about zoning, and you are somebody who want to be the next president of Kenya, and there's a possibility that you can be the next president of Kenya. If right now you are in the opposition, you are talking about zoning in Nairobi, and suppose you are the president, you have the system behind you, you have everything behind you, you have the tools behind you, what will you do? That means you'll zone the whole of Kenya completely, and multi-party politics will be dead, and that's thing Kenya fought for it, man. That's why you are talking. You are talking right now because of multi-party politics. When Moi was the president, you would be talking like this. You'd be long ago in detention. Yeah. So this politics of zoning Nairobi, I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. Let the people choose who they want. It doesn't matter which party. Let the people choose who they want. And second thing, I know your tribesmen, the Kikuyus are the majority in Nairobi. There is no question about it. But one thing that you should know, Raila has been winning presidential elections in Nairobi. And you know why? It's very simple. It's very simple. Because the majority of the Kikuyus who are in Nairobi, most of them take their votes in their what they call in their villages. I mean, a Kikuyu from Thika, which Thika doesn't belong to Nairobi, will not come to Nairobi to pick his vote to register as a voter in Nairobi. He'll register as a voter in Thika. Same thing with Kikuyus who live along Nairobi in Kiambu, Kikuyu, and everything. They all take their votes where they come from. They'll never vote in Nairobi. And most of them even don't live in Nairobi. They only come to Nairobi to work. The majority of the people who live in Nairobi are the people from up country. I mean, not up country, but from outside central province. You know, they are the Kalenjins, the Luos, the Luyas, the Kisis. Those are the people who are living in Nairobi. Go to any ghetto. Go to any ghetto in Nairobi from Pipeline. Go to what they call this thing, Umoja. Go to Kibera. I'm telling you, Kayole. Most of the people who are living there, they are not Kikuyu. Kikuyus own the houses over there. But they rent them to people who are coming from outside, completely far away from Nairobi. And these people, they don't go to their villages to vote. They vote in Nairobi because it's a waste of money traveling to Bondo to go and vote and come back to Nairobi. It's a waste of money going to Kakamega to vote and come back to money. But it's easy for a Kikuyu to go to Kiambu to go and vote. It's very easy for a Kikuyu to go to Kikuyu to go and vote. It's very easy from people from Mount Kenya to go to Moranga, go vote and come back. You know? So this politics of zoning in Nairobi, just forget about it. I mean, it doesn't help you. It gives, it feels that it makes the other communities, the other tribes feel isolated. Come on, man, Mr. Gachagua, that doesn't make any sense of zoning. Even Kalonzo came out, your partner, the DCP partner in the opposition. They came out guns blazing because they didn't find it good. And it's not good. It can be good for your supporters. It can be good for DCP, but it is not good for other communities. Engage all communities together and say, you can say we will talk with Kalonzo, yeah, and field our candidates where we feel DCP is strong. But saying I'll take these seats, this number of seats, come on, man, forget about it. Forget about it, yeah. There are places like Kibera, I don't know if DCP will win. I mean, if you cross over this northern bypass, yeah, it's already Kiambu. Most of them are living there, yeah. And they'll take their votes in Kiambu, they'll vote in Kiambu. So just forget about this zoning of Nairobi. Another thing that I'd like to talk about, number 3 thing that I think Gachagua should stop is he should stop raking up the opposition. You know, I mean, you are together. If you are together, you have to work together. And before you make a statement, make sure that you people talk together, yeah, so that when you come out with a statement, it's one statement that means all of you support it. But things like, say, going to an interview and say Kikuyus will never vote for somebody who is not of their community. Here, this is what you said.
And they will never support anybody who is not from the mountain. That decision has been made. President Uhuru Kenyatta cannot change it. So this debate I am seeing, Uhuru has come, the mountain can be divided, it's nonsense. Sijui Jubilee can compete with this piece, nonsense.
Yeah, that is what you say, that Kikuyus will never vote for somebody outside their community. Come on, man. I mean, you are working together with Wamalwa, Kalonzo, and Matiang'i, and they are all not Kikuyus, and you want their votes. So, I mean, how do you think the other partners in the opposition are going to think? If you are telling people openly in a TV interview that Kikuyus will never vote for nobody outside their community, that means, of all means, you are going to run for president, and if they are going to ban you, you are going to put a Kikuyu to run for president. But Kalonzo, Wamalwa, and everything, they are just there. Man, you can't, to win the presidency, you need the votes of the Kambas, you need the votes of the Kisis, you need the votes of the Luyas. So don't try to bracket them out and say it's only Kikuyus can only elect a Kikuyu. They have learned about it. Mr. Gachagua, these are things that you should think. You are not working alone, and you cannot win these elections alone. You have to engage all other partners. And before you make a statement, think twice. Not just go on TV and make statements and then later on, I don't know whether you regret or you just think it's okay what you made. But these are statements that make your partner start thinking, hey, what is this guy talking about? Even me, if I had a partner in business and he says, oh, this business, when I die, this guy is not going to take it. Another person, my brother is going to, come on, man. I'll just start thinking, what is this guy talking about? Just pull out. Yeah. But they have not pulled out because maybe they're thinking maybe you are talking out of drunkenness. I don't know if you drink or not, but you said you are a man of God, so I don't know whether you drink or you smoke something. I don't know. But these are things that before you make a statement, think twice. Talk to other partners. Then go to an interview prepared, and talk something that is sense over there. So number 4 that I would like that I would say Gachagua should stop before you start dreaming for presidency is stop these contradicting statements. At one time you say this, the next day you say this. At one time you say this, and the next day you say this. For example, is in Mbeere North. Listen, what you said before the election in Mbeere North when you were campaigning, this is what you said.
One of the ways to make Ruto one term is first to defeat him in Mbeere. It will be very sad if our Gen Zs and millennials who have been saying they want Ruto to be one term, then wapewe pesa kidogo na soprano 500 waende wachague mtu ya Ruto. They will betray the Gen Z cause, they will betray the millennial cause, and they will betray all of us.
You hear what you said? Okay, and hear what you said after you lost the elections in Mbeere North. This is what you said.
Na msijali maneno ya Mbeere. DCP haikuwa na candidate Mbeere. DCP ilikuwa na candidate Kariobangi North, tukashinda.
Narok Town tukashinda, Kiza East tukashinda, Purko tukashindwa kidogo na Magarini. Chama ambaye ni ya mwezi 7 imechukua viti 3 out of 5. Nimeona maanalisti ya magazeti wakifanya mambo mingi, hawaongei mambo ya ushindi ya Nairobi, hawaongei mambo ya Narok, hawaongei mambo ya Kisa, wanaongea mambo ya Mbere. Mbere mimi nilienda kusaidia DP na wakashinda, wakaibiwa na ni sawa.
Okay, and that's not all. You said something about housing projects. When you were still in the government, you are working with Ruto. This is what you said about the housing projects. Listen what you said.
As we try to do slum upgrading in Kibera and other slums, Mathare, Korogosho, a character who was a leader there for 20 years and did nothing about slum upgrading is shouting from the rooftop that we shouldn't do housing. And he was there. He saw the squalor, the shame of people using flying toilets, people living in abject poverty, total indignity. And we have a program now to dignify those people, give them some affordable housing because they deserve dignity because it's in our constitution. And a fellow they elected for 20 years, believing in him, he is shouting at the rooftop that this program should not happen. Just how unfair can you be? How unfair can you be to people who have been so nice to you? These are people who have given you leadership for 20 years. You did nothing for them. Somebody else has come to say, let's do something for them. You did nothing for them. They gave you leadership, and then you are trying to stop it. Sijui ni wivu. Kikwetu kinyumbani huko tunaita kikoro. Sijui, I don't know. I don't understand. I think I'm lost. I don't understand people in this country anymore. Why would anybody is in his right frame of mind have a problem with slum upgrading? Why would anybody in his right thinking have a problem with having affordable housing for Kenyans so that they can live with dignity? We don't understand. So me, I want to say thank you. I'm not your ambassador. I am the owner. So this is in my DNA. The president and I, we talk housing. Morning, lunchtime, and jioni kama dawa. That is one of our pillars in our manifesto and is one of our contractual understanding with the people of Kenya. I want to tell all those people who are rushing to buy these houses, and I want them to listen to me today so that they don't say I did not tell them. There will be a change of government, for sure. William Ruto will be one term. In 2 years' time, he'll be out of office. We shall scrap the housing levy and hand over these houses to the county governments. Please don't spend your money on these houses. And if you do, don't come crying to us. The ones who buy these houses will be the last ones to be paid after we have paid the people who have been taxed. We'll start with the people who have paid taxes because it was not voluntary. They were forced by William Ruto to pay taxes. Those ones are the ones who will be paid. The ones who have bought the houses, you will come last year. It will take 15 years, 16 years. So I want to caution them not to run into buying these houses because we shall terminate this program when we take office. And taking office, we are taking.
So you are a truthful man, a man of God. So which one should we believe? What you said before or what you said later? Which one should we believe? I mean, you should tell us the truth. I mean, you claim to be a man of God. Your wife is a pastor. And you should always stick to your principle and say what you mean. I mean, for example, when you're talking about housing projects, you supported the housing projects when you were in the government, and if I bashed the opposition about it. But right now, you are threatening people who are buying these houses. You are going to take the houses away from them. Come on, man. I mean, you should come up with a much more better a much more better solution than threatening these people. I mean, you can say something like, yeah, I liked the housing project. It was a good idea when it was in the government. I was a part of it and everything. But I don't like the way they are making business with it. Those are the things you can say. And people will say, hey, Gachagua is really talking point here. But now you are coming out that you are going to take those houses from the people who have already invested the millions and millions of shillings. I don't know how much they cost. 1,000 millions. I don't know how much one costs. You are threatening this year that you're going to take these houses away from them. Come on, man. That's not the politics we want in Kenya. Come with a solution and tell these people, come on, man, this thing, I supported it, yeah? But these people are doing business with it. And when I come, I'll stop this. I'll make sure that these people who are doing business with it, I'll make sure that they pay back the money that people are paying excessively for this housing project. But they're threatening a normal mwananchi, somebody who is working hard every day, somebody who is going to work every morning just to save the little pennies having to buy that house. And then you are threatening that when the government change, you are going to take that house away from me. Come on. And the same thing, let's go to Mbeere North, yeah? You were campaigning door to door, moving from door to door, campaigning to the people over there, yeah? And then you lost, and all of a sudden you start saying DCP was not there. But why were you there? Why were you going campaigning there? Eh? If DCP is not there, if your party is not there, why were you spending all that energy? I don't know whether you spend resources. Why were you doing that? I mean, you are just contradicting yourself. And somebody who is contradicting himself, I mean, you are making yourself foolish. That's my opinion. Because if I say this thing is grey, then I'm gonna say it's grey to my grave. When I say this thing is black, I'm gonna say this thing is black to my grave. When I say this thing is white, then it should be white till I die. But saying today it's black, then saying it's white, then maybe it's grey. No, man, that means you don't have your own principles. Yeah. Stay with something, stick to something that you say, and always make sure you think what you said, because sometimes I think you are talking out of lies, because it's only a liar who forgets what he said yesterday. Yeah, a liar, but somebody telling the truth, as you say, you are a man of truth, truthful man, a man of God, somebody saying the truth, he'll always stick to the truth. He'll always remember the truth. But if you lie, you can't remember all the lies, and that's why you come up with so many contradicting stories. Yeah, Mr. Gachagua, that's another thing. That was number 4. Number 5, one thing. Just look at this video, the interview you did.
And my former boss, William Ruto, supported William Ruto. So William Ruto, President William Ruto, supporting William Ruto and his cronies. William Ruto, the president with William Ruto. This is when William Ruto, President William Ruto, negotiated with William Ruto. William Ruto sought with the president to support William Ruto. And William Ruto sought to give William Ruto. President William Ruto included this William Ruto. President William Ruto called me to William Ruto and said him, President William Ruto, I'm on for William Ruto. William Ruto has a secret to William Ruto.
In this interview, you mentioned William Ruto 44 times. 44 times. I mean, stop mentioning Ruto each and every time you go for an interview. I mean, tell Kenyans what you are going to bring for us in the table. And not Ruto, Gen Z, alimwaga damu sijui nini. I mean, you're making Ruto a king. You went to America, yeah, and you are saying, Ruto he talked to Al-Shabaab. I don't know, he had a meeting with this Sudan, I don't know how they call this rebel group in Sudan. You talked about Ruto meeting Al-Shabaab, and you are talking like Ruto is going to be investigated with the United States Senate. What happened? Ruto was in America. You made him a king. You made him a king right now. He went to America yesterday. Trump gave him an opportunity, praised the runners in Kenya. He gave him a loan to, I don't know how many billions of shillings. Now, who is the winner there? You mentioned Ruto his name, I don't know how many times in America. You come back, even Americans, that's why they invited Ruto, because that thing was normally between DRC and Congo, DRC and Congo. They left Museveni, invited Ruto, because they think, man, well, maybe this guy, what he's saying is all lies. And if you come with such accusations, like meeting Al-Shabaab, come up with evidence. Come up with evidence. But if you don't have evidence, you talked, we had it, but there was no evidence, no photo, no video. So who is going to believe you? Even in the court of law, I don't know if in the court of law, if there's no evidence, even if you are right, they throw the case away. That's the same thing. The Americans heard you and then they said, but where is the evidence? No evidence, no evidence. And so who is the winner now? Who is the winner? Ruto is the winner. And I'm sure come 2027, the Americans are going to back Ruto. Just because of you mentioning Ruto. Come out with something. Talk about something. Talk about health issue. Talk about infrastructure. Talk about, things that is going to bring Kenya forward. Things that really people say, come on, man, this guy, creating jobs. Yeah. That was the agenda number one from Kibaki. That's the agenda number one that Kibaki came out with, and free primary education. And he went even pushing for that always. He was not talking about Moi, talking about free education. Yeah. And that's the way Kibaki won. But if you talk about Ruto, who is interested in hearing Ruto? We see Ruto on TV every day. We see Ruto newspapers every day. We see Ruto on Instagram and everywhere, Ruto. And you come back again and tell us Ruto. Come on, forget about it. Give us something that we can say, come on, man, this guy is coming with something very good. Say, when I'll be the president, the education will be free from primary to university. Say something. And if you say like that thing, you stick to it like Kibaki, you do it. You do it because Kenyans are not stupid nowadays. You do it. Say something that when the position wins power, we are going to, build even, I don't know what I can say, we are going to improve the infrastructure of Nairobi, build underground trains where there will be no jams in Nairobi, things like that. Ruto is not talking, he's talking sometimes about you, but not so often as the way you talk about him. But Ruto, you can see what he's doing. He's now 2 years, I think 2 years now in power, yeah? And he's building a big stadium there in Nairobi. People are seeing those things. People are seeing these things. Yeah? And these are things that you should be pushing for. So just try to find the weakness of the opposition in politics and push for that thing. Push for that thing. Yeah, like Donald Trump when he was campaigning. Yeah, it was all about the borders, border security. Wherever he went, he was talking about border security, and Americans loved it, and that's where he won. He was not always talking about Sleepy Joe. Yeah, of course, he was talking about Sleepy Joe, but not always Sleepy Joe. No, you should bring us something on the table that we are going to say, oh, Gachagua have a plan for Kenya. But right now, what I see, you don't have a plan for Kenya. It's all about Ruto. That's one thing. And number 6, yeah, some people say it is tribal politics. I don't know. You say it's the love for your community. All well and good. Everybody have a love for his community. Everybody supports his community. Everyone wants to talk his language and everything. But never forget, you want to be the president of Kenya, not the president of your community. So moving around Mount Kenya and talking about sisi watu wa Mount Kenya, that's not good. That's not good for Kenya. Other Kenyans are thinking, these guys want to be the president of Mount Kenya or the whole of Kenya. And I think in America, one lady told you, come and listen to this lady.
Tell you the truth. And if we don't tell you the truth as Gen Zs, we are doomed to fail and Kasongo will be back in power. And that is the truth. You need, Mheshimiwa, to start positioning yourself as a national leader, not as a tribal leader. And I know many people won't like what I'm saying, but it's the truth. The first mistake that has been done in this event is speaking Kikuyu. And me, I'm from Madeira, Karandi. You may take Wito, so not everyone knows Kikuyu, but I know a little bit. And unless that is addressed, then all this will be for nothing. Because the moment we position ourselves as Kikuyu, another tribe also positions themselves as a certain tribe. And before we know it, we are back to the same problem. We as Gen Zs are saying we are tribeless.
So what I want to say, you can love your community, but show some bigger love for a bigger Kenya. I mean, go campaign all over Kenya. Go tell them what you are going to do. Not only Mount Kenya. You know, sometimes also you talked about what they call this thing, when you were in the government, shares in the government. Just listen.
Sisi lazima tungeangalia nyinyi. Hii serikali ni kampuni na ni ya shares. Si ndio? Ni ya shares. Kuna wenye kampuni, wale wako na shares mingi, kuna wale wako na chache, kuna wale hawana. Sasa nyinyi mliinvest kwa hii kampuni ya William Ruto na Rigathi Gachagua. Sasa lazima mvune. Yule ambaye alipanda atafanya nini? Simulipanda? Simuliamuka mapema? Mukasema mutaki kusikia mambo ya ile system na nini? Muka-invest, mukapanda, mukapalilia, mukaweka mbolea, mukamwagilia maji, wakati ya kuvuna ndio huu. Na itakuwa namna hiyo. Najua wengine wananikashifu ati mimi nasema ati wale walipanda wavune kwanza. Iko makosa? Iko makosa? Hata hao watavuna lakini wangoje. Si wale walipanda ni wavune kwanza. Wakishavuna wavune ile tabaki kidogo, wale wakupanda waingie watafute huko nini ile itapatikana wachukue wakwende. Si iko namna hiyo? Na itakuwa namna hiyo. Ndio watu wakipiga kura waelewe hii kura ni kusema nini. Hii kura iko na maana. Nyinyi hamwezi piga kelele huko, mpige kelele. Mnasema William Ruto ni bure, hawezi, mnaita yeye majina, alafu akipata, akigawa, mnapiga laini ati mko pale mbele. Ati mnataka mpite wale walisema anafaa ati mkue pale mbele. Inawezekana? Mimi kazi yangu pale kwa ikulu ni hiyo. Ni kupanga hiyo laini. Hapo ni kazi mimi napanga hapo. Mimi naangalia kwa laini, nikiona wewe ulipanda, natoa wewe nyuma, napeleka wewe mbele.
So this kind of politics, Mr. Gachagua, will not help you. Will not help you and will not. I mean, it's just like you are zoning out the other part of Kenya and only Mount Kenya. People who vote for you, man. A president will serve even the people who didn't vote for him. Elections are there to be won and be lost. Yeah. And elections are there people to like the other guy like that. But if you win, bring the people together as the president. Not saying these people have got small shares because they work or they voted and these people they are paying taxes. That's the most important thing. Everybody in Kenya is paying taxes. There's nobody. I mean, you can't say that because you voted for me, you are the only people who are paying taxes. That's what kind of politics is this? Everybody have a right share of that cake of Kenya because everybody is paying taxes. Whether it's coming from Wajir, it's coming from Turkana, it's coming from Masai land, or it's coming from Bondo. All these people are paying taxes. And these taxes is the only thing that is building Kenya. So make sure that everybody have a share of that cake. It doesn't matter who voted for you, who never voted for you. These are all Kenyans. That's the most thing that matters. Yeah. And just rotating your campaign around Mount Kenya. If you go to Western, you go once in 6 months and then come back Mount Kenya. I mean, it can't help you. It can't help you, Mr. Gachagua. You want to be the president of all the Republic of Kenya. Move on. Go to Garissa. Do some campaigns over there. Sell your policies over there. Go to Turkana. Tell Turkana people what you are going to do for them when you become the president. Go to to Homa Bay. Tell the people of Homa Bay, come on, listen, even if you boo me, I know what I'm going to do for you. I'm going to build you a fisheries production company here. That's the way people talk. That is the mature politics. That's the mature politics. I'm not saying Mount Kenya, we are our money, Mount Kenya, we are getting. Come on, man. Eh? That's not your money. The money belongs to all Kenyans. All Kenyans. Of course, Mount Kenya are the majority, and the majority pays more taxes. It's okay about it. It's okay about it. But what has an El Molo or a Turkana? I mean, he was born in Kenya, and he never chose to be born in a small community. Who chose to be small to be born a Kikuyu? Nobody. That's something that God gave you guys. Yeah, that you're born in a larger community than other communities. And that doesn't mean now you have to discriminate on other communities. Yeah, it looks like those days when white Americans were discriminating on black Americans, when there was slavery and everything. It doesn't go that way, man. It doesn't go. It's just like when was it when Trump lost the elections? Yeah, the second election where Joe Biden won. There are a lot of black community who voted for Joe Biden, not for Trump. But when Trump won again, he's serving all of them. He's serving all of them. He's not going after black African Americans. He's not going after African Americans and saying, "Come on, man, you didn't vote for me last time. No, I'm not. You are not having the same share of the cake." Come on, man. These are old, outdated politics. Yeah. Just be mature enough in politics. Adapt the politics of today. The politics of yesterday with shikukus and who were shouting, I don't know, maybe Orengos those days, and it's outdated. It's outdated. Nowadays, it's politics of policies. Policies that you, I mean, Kenyans are educated. Kenyans are normal. The Kenyans of the 80s when shikukus were crying on top of their cars, man. Forget about it. Just forget about it. Kenyans know what they want. Number one thing is unemployment. There are so many university graduates, yeah, with PhDs who do not have a job in Kenya. And this, I mean, if you stick to this policy that I'm telling you right now, employment, creating employment to Kenyans, I'm telling you, people will listen to you. People will listen to you. But if you come out with Ruto, we can see what he said in Instagram. Ruto, we can watch what he said online. Come with something like that. Unemployment is the major thing. Look, Kenyans are going to fight for Russia in Ukraine. Why? No jobs. Kenyans are suffering Saudi Arabia. Why? No jobs. And these are the things that you should be addressing. People want jobs. The youth, the Gen Zs we are talking about, Gen Z Walikufa, JG Aluawa. Give these people jobs and you'll never see them on the streets. Somebody working will never go to the streets. If I've got a job, why should I go and demonstrate? I mean, my boss will fire me the next day. Well, where were you? I was demonstrating. Come on, get home. I look for somebody else. Give these people jobs. Talk, and give them a formula how you are going to give them jobs. Kibaki had a simple formula. Kibaki is the one who brought this motorbike borders. Yeah, that was a simple formula, and that's why people are saying they kulikuwa na pesa kwa mfuko. It was because of these pikipikis. Yeah, these motorcycles didn't do this. Kibaki brought them. So come out with the formula. Come to the formula how you are going to employ these young people. I don't know how, but you are somebody who want to be president. You got advisors, you got people who are, who economists and everything. Tell them to advise you. How am I going to give these people jobs? And start a ground-hitting campaign about it. Jobs, jobs, jobs. Yeah, that's me, Shakmarty, Culture Editor. See you in the next episode.
As the clock ticks, time they go. no they wait for nobody. Make you hustle, make you grind, no they sleep on your destiny. Oh, yeah. Sunrise to sunset, another day don't pass. Opportunities lost, chances where we miss our last. Gotta wake up, gotta chase 'em, gotta make 'em last. No time for darling, no time for the past. Time they go, time they fly. Make you know they look the sky. Opportunities they pass you by. So make you hustle, make you try. From Lagos to London, New York to Joburg, the hustle is real, the struggle is strong. But we know they tire, we know they give up.